You're smart, you think differently, you don't follow the herd. But why is your bank account still looking like it's on a diet? Ever wondered why some of the most brilliant minds, especially Sigma males, seem to stay broke, while average minds are out here stacking paper like Legos? Picture this, a guy with the intellect of Tony Stark, the insight of Sherlock Holmes, and the independence of a lone wolf. He's got vision, depth, and laser-sharp focus. But while his mind is building empires in his head, his wallet's coughing up dust. Why? How can someone be so brilliant and still so broke? Here's the brutal truth. Intelligence doesn't guarantee wealth, and being a Sigma male, that lone wolf, self-reliant, rule-breaking brilliance, it comes with its own money traps. In this video, we're diving into 6 reasons Sigma males stay broke even when they're brilliant. And trust me, these aren't your typical finance guru cliches. This goes deep into the psyche, the lifestyle, and the shadow side of being a Sigma. So buckle up, Sigmas. It's time to get honest. Let's break the silence. Reason 1, the lone wolf syndrome, refusing help. Sigmas pride themselves on being independent. They walk their own path, trust their instincts, and rarely rely on anyone else. They don't ask for directions, and they definitely don't ask for help. But here's a truth most people overlook. Wealth doesn't thrive in isolation. It flows through networks, relationships, and alliances. In today's world, collaboration is currency. According to a study published in the over 85% of top-performing businesses and entrepreneurs attribute their success to strong networks and partnerships. The lone wolf approach may win respect, but it rarely builds empires. While the Sigma is out there trying to build a spaceship from scratch, learning to weld, program, design, and test every component alone, others are strategically outsourcing parts, forming teams, attracting investors, and launching their dreams into orbit. Refusing help doesn't make you stronger. It often makes your journey longer, harder, and more expensive. Independence is powerful. It fuels resilience and sharpens decision-making, but is where the real magic happens. That's the sweet spot where self-reliance meets collaboration, and wealth begins to multiply. You can still be self-made without doing everything alone. Being self-made simply means you took initiative. It doesn't mean you rejected all support. Even Batman, the ultimate Sigma archetype, had Alfred. Behind every great man is often a quiet team, a loyal advisor, or a network of allies who help shape the vision. So if you're a Sigma, remember this. You don't have to lose your edge to accept help. Smart men build bridges, not walls, stay independent in spirit but collaborative in strategy. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. Reason 2, passion over profit. Creating, not monetizing. Sigmas are driven by a powerful inner engine, passion. They're builders, thinkers, and visionaries. Whether it's designing a product, writing a book, or launching a tech idea, their fuel is inspiration. They dive deep into creative zones that others barely skim the surface of. But here's the catch. Passion alone doesn't pay the bills. Many Sigmas get so absorbed in their projects that they forget a crucial question. How does this become financially sustainable? They might spend months, even years, perfecting their craft, tweaking their app, or refining a message, without ever developing a revenue model. That's like crafting a luxury sports car but forgetting to install the engine. It may be beautiful, but it's not going anywhere. According to studies on entrepreneurship, over 42% of startups fail simply because there's no market need. Translation? People are building cool stuff, but not stuff that sells. Even more fail because they run out of money. Passion is powerful, but without a financial plan, it becomes a draining hobby rather than a thriving business. Sigmas aren't allergic to money, they're just socially distant from it. They don't chase it, but they shouldn't ignore it either. Money is not evil, it's a tool. Used wisely, it fuels more creation, more freedom, and more impact. Purpose needs a strategy. Passion needs structure. You can still stay true to your vision while designing systems that generate income. Monetization isn't selling out, it's scaling up. So don't just be the genius in the shadows. Be the strategist in the spotlight. Build the engine, the vehicle. Because when passion meets profit, Sigmas don't just dream, they dominate. Reason 3. Detest for self-promotion. Invisible genius. Let's face it, Sigma males hate bragging. They thrive in solitude, move in silence, and would rather let their results speak for themselves. They value self-mastery over self-promotion. But here's the twist. If no one knows what you do, how will they pay you? How will they support your mission, partner with your vision, or even know you exist? In today's digital world, visibility is currency. According to a 2023 study by Forbes, professionals who maintain an online presence earn up to 30% more than those who don't. That's not because they're better, it's because they're seen. If you've built something great, but keep it locked away in the shadows, the world misses out on your impact. Now, let's be clear. You don't have to become a hype machine. You don't have to overshare or turn into someone you're not. But you do need to show up. That might mean posting your insights, sharing your work, or letting people know what problems you solve. Think of it this way. You're not selling out by showing up. You're making it easier for the right people to find and reward your brilliance. You're not pretending to be something you're not. You're simply letting the world in on what already exists. You don't need to dance on TikTok. You don't need to chase trends, but you do need to open the blinds. Let the sunlight hit your genius. The world is noisy, but that's exactly why your authentic, grounded presence stands out. Don't just disappear into the shadows. Strategically step into the light when it matters. That's not ego, that's impact. Reason 4. Misunderstood value system, shunning materialism. A lot of Sigma males view wealth as shallow. They chase freedom, not Ferraris, and that's noble. But here's the truth. Money is actually a powerful tool. Freedom. It's not about being flashy, it's about having options. Sigma males value independence, autonomy, and the ability to move on their own terms. And guess what? Financial strength supports all of that. You don't have to wear designer brands or collect luxury watches to be wealthy. Minimalism and financial stability can absolutely coexist. In fact, many of the world's most successful thinkers and entrepreneurs, like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs, lived simply while building empires. Wealth isn't the goal, it's the engine. Money isn't your master, it's your servant. It buys you time, mobility, access, and peace of mind. Want to disappear into the mountains for 6 months? Start your own business? Take care of your family without debt crushing your soul? You'll need money for that. The Sigma mindset should never reject wealth. It shouldn't, because when you control your money, you control your time. And when you control your time, you control your life. Learn to earn it, manage it, and invest it. That's true power. Reason 5. Obsession with control, fear of delegation. Sigmas love control. It's in their DNA. It's what makes them independent, strategic, and often brilliant leaders. They prefer to plan, execute, and succeed on their own terms. But here's the catch. That same desire for control can quietly sabotage their financial success. How? By trying to do everything themselves. Here's the truth. Doing everything alone doesn't make you stronger. It limits your growth. Time is finite. You can't scale your income if you're the only one doing the work. It's basic math. One person equals one output. But when you delegate, you multiply. One task off your plate frees up your brain power for bigger income-generating moves. Think of Elon Musk or Steve Jobs. Were they control freaks? Absolutely. But they still built teams. They knew that real power isn't about micromanaging. It's about trusting the right people with the right tasks. So if you're a Sigma grinding solo, remember this. Being a lone wolf doesn't mean being a lone worker. You're not weak for asking for help. You're wise. Delegation is a high-level strategy. It's not losing control, it's gaining leverage. Because real leaders don't just work hard, they build systems that work for them. That's how you break the income ceiling. Reason 6. Short-term disdain, long-term vision, no short-term strategy. Sigmas think in decades. Their vision boards aren't just about next year, they stretch beyond 2050. That's long-range thinking at its finest. But here's the catch. Vision without immediate action is just daydreaming. You can't build a skyscraper by staring at the blueprint. You need bricks, daily, weekly, monthly bricks. Research shows that people who set specific short-term goals are 33% more likely to achieve long-term success. So while a Sigma maps out his future like a chess grandmaster, he also knows the power of the next move. Don't just dream big, act small. Create micro goals that stack up to your macro vision. A masterpiece isn't created in one bold gesture. It's painted stroke by stroke. Build your empire now, one smart decision at a time. That's how a Sigma plays the long game. Here's the real deal. Sigmas, you were never meant to be average. Your brilliance is rare, but brilliance doesn't pay the bills unless you channel it. Wealth doesn't require selling your soul. It requires strategy. It requires owning your genius and aligning it with systems that scale. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to refine how you move, because the world needs your vision. But it also needs your version of success to be visible, scalable, and sustainable. All right, Sigmas. If this video spoke to that silent genius in you, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. Join this community of lone wolves who are done being broke. Let's build something that reflects not just our minds, but our worth.